is as per the Reserve Bank of India Act is applicable for them, and that ordinance for acquisition of banks 1971, that is applicable, and because of that one, not necessary that these aspects may be reported in the audit report. That is what normally Reserve Bank had experienced, and therefore they have said that specific mention of this particular thing for the year 1920 should be, the central statutory auditor should be advised to include that one, whether the financial statements comply with the applicable accounting standards, the observations or comments on financial transactions or the matters which have any adverse effect on the functioning of the bank. That needs to be there. Whether any director is disqualified under 164(2) of the Companies Act. Here, typically, what happens? The appointment of directors comes from the Reserve Bank, I mean, Ministry of Finance only, and therefore, really speaking, this clause is not applicable to bank. But yes, if it is disqualified, he will definitely not be recommended as director on the board. So Ministry of Finance normally should have taken care of this one, but fine, means that is one aspect. You should get confirmation from this. This is for central statutory auditor. Just for your information, I'm giving, because if there is any repercussion on the bank's branch audit, then you should consider any qualification, reservation, or adverse remark relating to maintenance of accounts and other matters connected therein. That is one aspect, and whether the banks has adequate internal financial control system in place and operating effective of such internal controls. In Companies Act also, initially this was the requirement. Subsequently, there was amendment to Companies Act, that section, and where they said that adequacy of internal financial control on financial reporting, because Institute had taken a view that as an auditor, we can only comment on the internal financial control on financial reporting. Overall internal financial control is the responsibility of the audit committee. In turn, compliance officer will give certificate to them and they will ensure that particular thing. Knowing this one, now internal financial control has to be there. That was for 1920. Reserve Bank of advise the bank, or they inform the banks. Accordingly, this was brought to the notice of the central statutory auditors. From the institute side also, there was representation made. And then Reserve Bank of India, with all its wisdom, they understood that this is not only the things which we can issue later on 17th of March, and it will get implemented, and operating effectiveness sorry, can be judged. Reason is there is a process for that one, for which there has to be policy in the bank. Then you should have proper, what you can say, monitoring of it. There has to be testing of it to be done. It has to be placed before the audit committee. Audit committee has to guide the operating management as to what the corrective action should be taken. And accordingly, implementation of that corrective action has to be ensured. Then only we can say that it is operating effectively. Having realized this one, then one circular came saying that as far as this aspect is concerned, you have got the option to report on for the year ended 31st March 2020. However, it, it has to be reported for March 21 year ending. And therefore, for this 2021, it's a compulsory thing. And therefore, yeah, slide number 27, you can put. So therefore, Reserve Bank of India mentioned that you can have, what you can say, this particular aspect to be reported. Now, what happens? As far as bank is concerned, bank has got a policy to be made at the central office, but operating is mainly at the branches level. So certain aspects of internal financial control, some reports, etc., they may come. So there is likelihood that the branch auditors have to certify certain aspects of internal financial control on financial reporting. And therefore, at the branch, kindly see whether this aspect has been taken care, and if at all you have to certify, please look into the method. What is the circular? What bank has got the policy and practices for this one? And then only you can say. Friends, what I can say, restricting or considering my topic, I have restricted to certain areas in the bank audit. Bank audit is a vast subject, ever changing, I can say, but the challenges are In case of banks, there are number of transactions. Time available to you is, I will not say short, but it is not as ample as you otherwise could have, and therefore it's a time bound exercise. These are number of transactions are more. However, the transactions are of repetitive nature, so there is a likelihood that in sampling certain things may get escaped because it's a repetitive one. Second aspect is it is all done through the system, and therefore proper knowledge of the system or what way the reports can be. See, Finacle is there, then in that case Finacle reports, how they can be generated, etc. You should have at least beforehand knowledge about that particular aspect, and then you try to adapt. So bank audit subsequent period is small, but preparatory period is more. So right from now you can start preparing. Not that I am totally aware, there are other jobs in the office of a chartered accountant to complete before 31st March, depending on the line of practice you have got. But if at all we have to carry out this bank audit effectively, definitely one has to do certain homework. Apart from this one, as we have experienced last year, there are likelihood that you may not be able to visit the branches also. So you may have to sit some other places, getting those details, scanned copies are there. So all these precautions of electronic audit need to be taken care of. And therefore one has to be, what can I say, we have got that concept of professional skepticism in our auditing standard. Kindly pay utmost attention to that one. Whatever document comes, test it whether it's a genuine or not. Because now with the scanning and printing, xeroxing, etc., anything is possible. I don't want to say that everybody is, what you can say, everything is wrong, but definitely that skepticism will help you in identifying what is right and what is wrong. Ultimately, what we have to say, whether it is true and fair or not. So let us do this audit with all truth and all fairness. Thank you very much for your patient listening. If there are any questions to be asked, to the extent possible, I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, it will be a homework for me.
Phadke sir, can you take over, please?
Yes. CA Abhay Kamath sir has explained the implications of circulars issued by RBI in very lucid manner. We have to keep in mind the effect of Supreme Court decision regarding NPA of assets. We should pay attention to provisions relating to calculation of interest on interest. He has also discussed about restructuring of accounts in detail. Checklist has been given by him and will help everybody in general and the new entrants in bank audit field in particular. On behalf of Navi Mumbai branch of WRC, I propose a hearty vote of thanks and request all of you to carry out with loud applause. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for spending your valuable time for our branch.
So nice of you.